Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of a crazy little thing called Lovdev. We've got another cracking one today. Honestly, it's a real mixture of emotions. We kick things off with a heartbreaking confession from someone who's carried a secret with them for 20 years. We also lighten the mood with a couple of brilliant British problems and somehow became one of my favourite internet moments of this week. On today's we discover what could be the loneliest ATM machine in the world, before finishing with a weird news story about an incredible invention from Japan. That sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. So grab yourselves another drink, have a break, I don't know, do what you want, get comfortable. Let's get down to it. Episode 232... Hello, Geesey-Boops. Hello, everybody. It's me again, your favourite person in the whole world. Well, should I say your favourite podcast in the whole world? Probably isn't, but it's one of them, isn't it? Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this, would you? Do you know what? Before I started recording this, now I'm doing this early in the morning at the time of recording this, I went outside into the garden, and then all of a sudden I started sneezing. My nose was running, I kept sneezing, and I thought, what the hell? I mean, I don't even have hay fever, and now I feel like I've probably got it. The only person in my household that has hay fever is my son, and every morning I make sure he has an allergy tablet. Now I'm thinking to myself, do I need one? Because it's not cold in the UK. It's not been cold for a long time. We've had probably the longest summer ever that I can think of. It's just been wonderful. It's been bright, it's been sunny, it's been extremely hot, it's been okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I prefer the okay temperature. I don't like it when it's too hot. But I'm thinking in my head, maybe the pollen in the air is so strong that it's even affecting people who don't have hay fever. I even asked my trusty friend Chat LGBTQ, and he said that you can get it later in life, like you can get it anytime, but it does tend to hit when you're over the age of 40. So that's probably me. Now I'm thinking, I mean, I don't have any watery eyes or an itchy nose, but I have got the sneezing, and I feel like it's not a cold, because you know when it's a cold, because you feel a bit down, run down, you know what I mean? But I don't feel like that. I feel absolutely fine. And I wasn't even going to mention this in the podcast, but I thought, no, I need to talk about it, because maybe I'm going to end up being, having hay fever. I don't even know why I'm laughing. Like, I should be concerned, innit? I thought I was, like, immune. I thought I was, like, a superhero against the summer and pollen. But maybe not anymore. Maybe I'm one of those people who's just going to end up having hay fever. Another thing I'm going to end up not having, or having, should I say, well, it's more not having, is my car. My car is still in the garage. Can you believe that? It's been over 3 weeks now. And I haven't got a car, and I really miss my car now. Honestly. I've been driving my wife's car to work and shopping and little bits and bobs, and I'm just getting sick of driving her car. Because there's nothing like having your own vehicle. Those who drive will know what I'm talking about. You prefer your own car. You know how it works. You know how much fuel you've got to give to it. Because my wife's car's petrol and mine's a diesel. So they actually drive differently. Like, you've got to give more gas, I think. I don't even know, but I just find it strange. Every time I don't know how much I'm revving, I don't know how much to pull up the clutch, and it's really properly do me head in. Because because she ain't even got an automatic. Hers is a manual, and mine's a manual. But it's just annoying because, you know, I just don't know how to drive it. And it's sending me round the bend, to be honest. Literally, like, round the bend. I don't even know how to go round the bend anymore. In case I stall the car. I'm panicking more than ever. I'd rather ride my bike. I mean, I've been riding my bike loads now. I told you last time. But I really enjoy riding my bike. I took my son out yesterday. We went for a little bike ride. Now, he's not confident enough to ride on the pavement. I know what you're going to say. You're not supposed to be riding on the pavement in the UK. I know that, but because I ride on the road anyway. I ride on the road, basically. And he's not confident to do that. And he's young, he's a teenager. So I don't want him to get injured, do you know what I mean? I don't want him to lose his balance, or not that he's going to, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So I've been on the pavement with him. And we just go round the block. There's a field, like you guys know, I've got a field by my house, which is a pretty big space. We've been riding around that, and I was like, let's go round the field. And he's like, nah, it's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult, which it is a little bit. But because it's so hot in the UK, that grass is completely dry, honestly. It's like the desert, so you can actually ride on it. Which I suppose is a good thing in one way. I always look at that and I think about forest fires. There's been a lot of them forest fires, especially in Europe. There's everywhere. Spain's in a bit of a crisis at the moment. And I believe we've had forest fires up in Scotland as well, in the UK. So I looked around and I thought, that's a lot of grass, you know. Because you got a path that goes round, but it's flattened. I don't even know who cuts it. It's a mystery. Who cuts the grass? Because the council doesn't own the land. But when you look at it, you can tell it's been cut. I don't know. Maybe I should put that out on the on British Problems. I might put that as a post and see who responds to it. But yeah, it's. I was worried about it because I thought, oh my God, it could cause a fire. Do you know what I mean? Then we're stranded. What are we going to do then? All the houses around my end will end up getting caught with fire. But there's like houses that back onto this field, which is on another separate road from where I live. It's actually on a main road. And I thought if there ever was a fire in this little field, it would literally spread to the back of these houses because they've got fences. And then it will just burn all the houses on that road. I don't know why I'm laughing, because I know it's going to happen. And then I'm going to end up telling you about it on the next episode, don't I? That's what's going to happen. Or you'll see it on the news, massive fire in Birmingham, started in King's Standing on a field. And then you'll go, oh yeah, Lovdev was right. I bet he's the one who done it. Do you know what? Someone else has done something. Yes, on the Confessions forum on Reddit. Let's see what's happened. Reddit's the priest. I click the clan to fuel the beast. Yeah, somebody on Reddit, on the Confessions forum, as I said, has done something terrible. Honestly, I don't even know whether I should read it out. Now, word of warning. This is a very different confession. You know, most confessions are quite funny, or there's a funny side to it, or there's a story, basically. I don't know why I saw this one and I said to myself, shall I read it? Now, you lot know when I hesitate sometimes, because whether it suits this podcast or not, I really don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think it does. But I'm going to give you a word of warning now. It's to do with adolescence, and if this is not your thing, then I would suggest just fast forwarding this bit if you want to. I will give you the title of the confession, and then we'll read out who posted it. It says, I turned off the baby monitor and she died because of it. So someone's turned off a baby monitor and this poor baby, I think, has died from it. So, just a word of warning, so you know, if you don't want to listen to this confession, just fast forward it a couple of minutes and we'll get back to normal. So this one has been posted by Costco Boy. It's obviously a boy, I think. It's a male. We'll find out and we'll read it and we'll see how it goes. I don't even know what this confession is going to be about. Costco says, 20 years ago when I was 12, happy birthday, mate, I would get online and play video games with my buddies. Normal stuff. My dad worked nights the next town over. My mum was sick and she stayed at home. I took care of her most of the time, cooked dinner, did the laundry, stuff she couldn't do basically. Oh, that's nice of you, mate. She was in her bed like 75% of the time. She had heart failure where her lungs would fill up with liquid if she lay down for too long, and some other things that kept her sick, so she would have these wet coughs in her sleep. It was dangerous, and after my dad was transferred to nights, he got worried since he wasn't at home lying next to her and could help her basically from preventing her from choking or drowning in her own cough. So one night he pulled out my baby box from the attic and grabbed our old baby monitor. It was super old-fashioned analog. Plugged one side next to her and gave me the other piece. The receiver, I guess it was. He told me to plug it into my room while I sleep so I could hear her coughing. I heard her snoring and coughing and wheezing every night for around a year. That's a long time. I had to get up a few times to wake her up and make sure she wasn't dying. It became a routine and her noises became a white noise for me while sleeping. Well, her health got worse and she was coughing most of the night. I got no sleep and we couldn't afford a nurse to stay with us. This is a tragic story. Whatever those people are called, I remember the night like it was yesterday. Never told anyone this part. My friends and I had a big night planned of playing Battlefield, and I had my headphones on with my microphone. I kept one side of the headphones off so I could hear my mum. She kept coughing, and I guess the baby monitor was close to the system or something, and the frequencies kept interfering with each other. So I kept the hearing interference and noises from a monitor like a high-pitched white noise and weird stuff. I think we know what you're on about, mate. I was in the middle of the game and my buddies kept saying that I was lagging, and I tried to tell them I was just messing with the monitor. They told me to hurry up, so I turned it off. I turned the baby monitor off. Oh, so it's to do with his mum, which I figured when I started reading it. And he played for hours. Those of you who don't know what lagging is, by the way, because I'm a gamer, so I know. Lagging is basically when you're not up to speed on the game. When you're playing on a multiplayer game and you're online, sometimes the speed drops, so when you shoot, it doesn't shoot at the exact moment. It takes a while, so it messes you up. You end up dying. Yeah, that's what lagging is. I don't know how to explain that, but some people probably don't even game. So I'm thinking, what does lagging mean? Let's get back to Costco. He said he felt free after he turned the baby monitor off. I knew what I did. I kept playing and he was having fun. After a few hours, when he went by, he said he forgot and realised it was too quiet. And then his heart sank and realised what I truly did. He jumped up, ran into a room, and remembers staring at her and she wasn't moving. No sounds. She coughed up wet stuff. I froze. She died. Oh, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. Like, because your title is like, wow, we turned the baby man. Do you know what I mean? That's really tragic. It's not really a confession. Well, it is a confession, but it wasn't your fault. Do you know what I mean? Your mum was sick anyway. You tried your best. I wouldn't blame yourself. You was only 12 years old at the time as well, which is absolutely tragic, man. Honestly, there is more, that Costco is saying. He says, I don't know how long I stood there until I figured out I needed to do something. So he called 911 and told them my mum was unresponsive, and that was it. I quickly turned the baby monitor back on in my bedroom, and when I got there, I told the cops I heard her coughing and ran in there as fast as I could, but it was just too late and I couldn't save her. He told the same thing to his dad. For years, everyone believed him. That's his confession, that he lied to the emergency services and his father. I'm so sorry, mate. He does say, but it was my fault. I'm so sorry, Mum. That's really getting to me. Stories never get to me, but this one does. It's because you was a child at the time. And you was just doing normal things that kids do. So yeah, man, I'm really sorry to hear that story. Really sorry. I'm sure your mum is still proud of you, and I'm sure she watches over you. It's a really sad story. Oh my God. Really sad. I don't even know what to say anymore, mate. Thank you for I can't even say confessing, because it's not a confession, in all honesty. It's just something that's been on your mind for years, and you've had to deal with it now. Like, you're 20 years old now. So it was, 8 years ago? And like I said, you was a baby, you was a kid. And you still are a kid. You're 20 years old, you're still a young man. But I wouldn't hold it to heart, you know. It wasn't your fault, because regardless, your mum would probably be in the same situation, and she wasn't in the best of health, you know. Your dad was working hard, trying to make money. You know, your dad's the only person in the house who's probably making money, and I'm sure he's probably blaming himself as well. So you're not the only person who's blaming. Yeah, dude, I'm so sorry to hear that, and thank you for sharing your story. I just stay happy, mate. Whatever you do in life, just stay happy. Keep your mum in your memories, and yeah, man, you'll be alright, dude. Oh my God, that story was so sad, wasn't it? Honestly, like, that's why I love reading confessions, because you never know where it can take you. That's why I like doing this podcast, in all honesty. You know? Man, what a story. If you're a regular listener, you do know that most of the times I do end up picking a story like this, you know, because even I don't know where it's going like you guys, and then it just ends up being such a tragic story, or a really sad story like that, and you're like, where do you go from there? Do you know what I mean? Once you've told that, what's the next step you do in the podcast? Honestly, I don't even know. It's like, it's so sad. It's because I can picture it as well. I think that's what really hit me, is that you can picture that story. Man, it's still getting to me now. And I was going to tell you about how I beat the system. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was going to tell you, because you guys know I'm going on holiday soon. I'm off to Tunisia. And I had to check in online a couple of days ago. And I forgot about it, because I put it in my calendar. And I was like, I've got to check in, like, to get my boarding passes for this commercial airline where you just pay for your tickets. But they all do it now. So I'm flying with EasyJet. And I haven't really flew with them much. I have in the past. But it's always been like Ryanair and similar ones like that. Ryanair and EasyJet are probably the two big UK commercial airline flights. It's like a bus. You just pay for your seat. You don't get any food. Well, there's food on there, but you pay for that separately. So it's one of those airlines. I'm just explaining this to my non-UK listeners. There's loads of them. And I'm sure you have this very similar airlines in your countries. Now, you probably have the same thing where you can pay for your seat as well. So when you go through the process of booking your seats on these airline websites, they will say, would you like to pick your seat? What is it, an extra 20 quid? Nah, mate, you joking? I'm not paying an extra, that's per person as well. So what, there's 4 of us, that's what, £80 to pay for us? No, I'm not doing that. And the funny thing is, that's there, and then you're paying, I'm sure you're paying another 20 quid back. I could be wrong, but either way, you're still paying more money. And I'm like, no, what for? I'd rather use that money towards food or something when I'm on holiday. So I thought, right, I'll just check in. So I skipped that. They always go, what, do you want to add luggage? And you think, no, because you're going to charge me more money. But yes, I do put luggage anyway, because I need a big suitcase for our clothes, obviously. So on the day I was meant to book the check-in so I can get the free seats, I thought, oh my God, I'm late. So I got an email from EasyJet saying, you can check in now. And I thought, oh yeah, God, I forgot all about it. Because I knew anyway that it opens at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I literally was going to wake up around 6, 7 just to do it, just to check in. So about 2:30, I thought, right, let me do it now then. And you know when you think, oh, I bet they're all gone now, aren't they? We're going to end up being scattered everywhere. But I wasn't. Luckily, I got the seats and I was well happy. So we're all sitting together now. Perfect. Because I looked at the plane and it kind of tells you what seats are free. And I thought, there's loads of seats free. And then I looked at the ones that people pay for. And I think, why'd you pay for it? Like, what? Like, they must make over a couple of grand just by getting people to pre-book their seats and pay for it. It's like I said before, it's like people who pay for priority boarding. So basically, they get to sit on the plane first before anyone else. I don't see the point. If you think about it, right, you're in front of the queue, fair enough. You're not standing as much. You get on the plane, but then when you're sitting on the plane, you still have to wait for the other passengers to get on before we can even move. So you're actually sitting on the plane longer. If you think about that theory, you are, aren't you? And I don't want to spread it too much because I'd rather those lot go first anyway. Do you know what I mean? You're going to have to wait for me anyway, mate. So, so basically, you've paid for something what you have to wait for. So it doesn't make any sense, does it? I don't get priority boarding, honestly. Especially when you're flying on a commercial airline. What is the point? If you're on a proper aeroplane, like Emirates or Virgin, I'm not plugging them, but you know what I mean. Like a proper airline, British Airways or something like that. American Airlines, whatever you want to call it. You're going to get proper seats, aren't you? You're going to get food. I don't mind paying priority then. If I had to, I wouldn't. But it's just a better plane, isn't it, in all? If you could get priority boarding for a bus, you wouldn't take it, would you? You'd be like, nah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just wait. Do you know what I mean? Rather just let the elderly lot get on first and the children. I'd rather do that. So that's all I wanted to say, is that I beat the system. And because I'm going to need money, and I'm going to need money for my holiday. Funny enough, what the is related to that. So let's do it. Here is today's what the. Thank you, chicken. The world's loneliest ATM machine is in Antarctica. Has anyone heard about this? Now, in the UK, we do call them ATMs, but we don't, if you know what I mean. We call it cash point. All right, mate, do you know where the nearest cash point is? Or we'll say, do you know where the cash machine is? You wouldn't really hear many Brits saying ATM, but we all know what an ATM is. I don't know, what does it stand for? Automated time machine? Automated time machine. I wish it frigging was. I'd go back. So the loneliest ATM or cash point is in the Antarctica. I don't even think there would be one there. Who needs a cash point in the Antarctica? Oh, let's read the article where I found it. It says, despite the frigid temperatures, ordinary elephant seals, and months of perpetual darkness, the Antarctica is still a place where money matters. Ha ha ha! That's where Wells Fargo comes in. The banking conglomerate installed an automatic teller machine. Oh, that's what it means. Automatic teller machine. Didn't know that. There you go, learned something new today. Back in 98, McMurdo Station, the largest science hub on the continent, depending on the season, McMurdo's population ranges from 250 to more than 1,000, and like any small community, the commerce is crucial. In order to patronise the coffee shop, the general stores, the bars, post office, money is exchanged in what amounts to a closed economy. Some places only accept cash. Others have a credit card. That's hard to meet when you just need a couple of items. But what happens if there's a malfunction at a time when a flights in and out are scarce due to weather conditions? Now, according to Wells Fargo, who's a spokesperson, Christopher Dell, shout out to Christopher Dell, the company trains McMurdo staff to make simple repairs for, more importantly, a second ATM that can be cannibalized for parts. Every 2 years, both machines are serviced and brought up to speed on the latest technology. The vendors chosen for that job undergo a psychological exam and a physical one to make sure they're equipped to deal with the Antarctic climate in case they get held over. While McMurdo is near New Zealand territory, the ATM only dispenses American currency. So staffers can exchange money at the Scott base, which is about 2 miles away. There's no such thing as the Antarctic dollar. Though the Antarctica Overseas Exchange Office does produce collectible bills. They'll buy or sell for their face value until the fake money arrives. Fake money? Naturally, we wonder what the consequences would be if someone lost their mind and had the financial resources to max out their daily withdrawal limit until they depleted the ATM of its cash reserves, ruining the economy of an entire continent. That's interesting, Dal says. For security reasons, we can't share how much cash is in the machine or other related information. Anyone planning any type of foul play should take note. Dal says there's a camera in the unit. They got an ATM. No one friggin' uses it, do they? But I heard that they've got two. They've got two ATM machines, and one of them doesn't work, but it does work. And that's there because if the first one breaks, the second one will work. This is what I've heard. I don't know whether that's true. Well, there you go. We've got the world's loneliest ATM in the Antarctica. Amazing. I tell you what, the time has just flown by, hasn't it? On this one. I was going to do another thing. What was it now? I can't remember now. I was going to do a random thought, but do you know what? Let's just do a weird news story. Because I've clocked it. Absolutely clocked it with today's episode, haven't I? Oh no, I've just remembered. I can't do that. I've got to do the thing that I love doing the most. You know what it is? It's a British problem. Honestly. We got loads of them. Yeah, we have. England is infested with issues every day. There's somebody moaning. There's something going on. We're not getting on with shoppers. There's traffic. The weather's just all over the place. But lately, it hasn't been all over the place. Weirdly, it's just been absolutely beautiful. Yes, British problems, man. What do we do without them? We wouldn't be a country without problems, would we? This problem has been posted by somebody called the Avocado Lady. Walking through the park earlier, it's another park story, and saw some geese, so I greeted them cheerfully. Hello, Geesey-Boops. Little did I know a tree was obscuring a man sat on a bench of a couple of meters away. Now I can never go back to the park again in case I see him. Oh, mate, so you greeted some geese. Hello, Geesey-Boops. So did the man think that you were saying that to him? How embarrassing. Oh, my days, avocado lady. She's saying here, even ignoring a grown woman talking to geese, I've never said Geesey-Boops in my life. I've never heard anyone else say either. Oh, what was going through your head? I don't know where it came from. But now I've said it and someone witnessed it. Oh, we witnessed it. I thought you meant you. Wouldn't it be even funnier if he thought you said it to him? Hello, Geesey-Boops. Oh my God, avocado lady. Do you know what you're going to have to do now? That's a proper British problem, isn't it, when you embarrass yourself like that? Do you know, it was because you was in that moment. You just said it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, does it? But guess what? You're not going to believe this. There's another story on British problems. Yeah, I can't believe it either as well. Somebody known as Goose, well, his username is well-known Goose. Could this be the actual goose that was called Geesey-Boops? Was it Geesey-Boops? Something like that. We'll leave the music on just for the dramatic reason. Well-known Goose on British Problems said he was sitting peacefully in a park near some geese when some clearly deranged woman walked by saying, "Hello, Geesey-Boops." Can't even enjoy peace at the park anymore. Oh God, I love it. Absolutely love it, mate. That is so funny. He was the guy in the park when somebody walked past him and said, "Hello, Geesey-Boops." The avocado lady has been caught out. Her issue has gone on to the British Problems Forum, and someone on the British Problems Forum responded back to her post, but doing his own post. I love that. That's what us British are like, innit? We love a good laugh, man. That is so funny. Probably the best one I've done for a response. Do you know what, avocado lady and well-known Goose? I'm going to end up saying that now. Because my son, he loves gooses. He's got this thing at the moment for ducks and geese. And when I go to the park with him next time, I'm just going to say, "Hello, Geesey-Boops." I'm actually crying with tears here. I'm laughing that much. Oh my God, you know what? If the weird news story doesn't beat this, then forget it. I don't think there's anything that can beat this at the moment, but we'll have to see. Let's do it. Today's weird news story. That's right, it's to do with the weather. Before I read the title of the weird news story, what would you do if you could just cool down for a minute in this hot weather? Like, sometimes we'll go somewhere, we don't even want to be in there. We just want to go in there and cool down with the AC that they've got on in the store. What if there was something that you could just walk into and it will just cool you down straight away and then you can walk back out? Well, believe it or not, Japan have actually done that. They've made a human refrigerator to help workers beat the extreme summer heat. Yes, you heard that right. As Japan faces increasingly intense summers, companies are coming up with innovative ways to help people cope with the soaring temperatures. One of the latest inventions is a one-person cooling booth that makers describe as a human refrigerator. Now that's according to Japan Today. Called the Dohaemon Box, the cooling booth has been developed by a Japanese refrigeration and vending machine manufacturer. It's sold by industrial equipment supplier Trusco. Now this was inspired by Japan's refrigerated vending machines. The booth is designed to cool the human body quickly. The booth maintains an internal temperature of 15 degrees Celsius. Once a person sits on the built-in chair, chilled air around 5 degrees Celsius is directed towards the head, the neck, the shoulders and the back. Provides an almost instant relief from the extreme heat. According to the company, users begin to feel noticeably cooler within about 5 minutes. If you spend around 10 minutes inside, it may also help reduce symptoms of heat exhaustion by lowering the body temperature quickly. The cooling booth is aimed mainly at people working in hot conditions, including construction sites, factories, warehouses, and outdoor events. The Dohaemon box comes with 3 airflows and cooling settings. Automatically switches off after 20 minutes to prevent an excessive cooling. It uses around half the electricity consumed by a standard spot AC machine. The unit also requires no installation. It can be used indoors or outdoors, and it's got wheels for easy movement. It's basically a fridge. The launch comes as Japan continues to battle extreme summer. The country has recently introduced new terminology for days when the temperature crosses 40 degrees. Wow! Rising temperatures have also led to an increase in heat stroke cases, where 48 people were taken into hospital in Tokyo suffering a heat stroke. The Dohaemon box is now available in Japan through industrial equipment distributors. The standard model is priced around 1.5 million yen. I don't know how much that is, excluding tax. While it is currently intended mainly for businesses and organisations, the company believes such cooling booths could become a common feature in public spaces if extreme heat continues to intensify. This is not a bad idea though, is it? I think people in the UK would use that. We would happily use that. If you saw it on the street, you got your normal vending machine and then you've got this fridge thing here, you put a couple of quid in, you open it up, you go inside, you shut the door. Within 5 minutes, your body temperature has lowered significantly. I would use it. Would you use it? I definitely would. And as we've ended it, it is the end, as always, of the podcast. It's been a very interesting one. It started off emotionally, it was funny, it was everything that it should be. That's why it's a crazy little thing called Lovdev. Thank you so much for listening. Remember, if you want to buy me a coffee, there is a buy me a coffee link on the website, whatever you're listening to it on. A couple of quid helps me pay towards the podcast. But yeah, other than that, stay safe, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Stay happy. I'll see you next week.